Changes continue to be made at the Beacon Hill apartment complex in Rocky Hill, formerly known as Concierge. Back in February, tenants were forced out of their apartments for weeks because of unsafe living conditions. Today, a second agreement was made over maintaining the complex. Amanda Callahan is your reporter live in Rocky Hill with more on the changes. Amanda.
Stephanie, the Concierge Apartments recently renamed to the Beacon, but the state and town leaders continue their investigation into both the management property and the unsafe living conditions for the hundreds of tenants living here. Today, that second agreement was made over how they're going to maintain the complex. Frozen pipes, no hot water, leaking ceilings, and forced evacuations. Tenants of the Beacon, formerly known as Concierge Apartments, had to relocate back in February due to unsafe living conditions.
Pipes bursting, a bunch of leaks and everything, so it's definitely crazy evacuations and stuff.
Natalie and her husband moved into the Rocky Hill apartment complex just weeks before the maintenance issues erupted.
A couple days later, we had to evacuate. They put up a bunch of signs everywhere saying like we had to pretty much leave by the end of the day or the next day.
The couple, like many others living there, were put up in a hotel. In the months following, Natalie says they received a reimbursement for the hotel and their rent was waived for a month as part of the $5.1 million financial agreement by the Attorney General and the management company JRK Property Holdings. Today, a second agreement was made requiring the apartment complex to undergo routine property inspections.
We have an inspector that we choose that works with Concierge and the town and make sure they're compliant with all the commitments that they make and that they have a long-term plan for remediation. The other second thing we really wanted was ongoing communication. You know, one of the things we heard early on is tenants would call, no one picks up the phone, no one responds. So they've got to keep those lines of communication open.
Attorney General William Tong says his office, along with the Rocky Hill mayor and state leaders, will continue to hold the landlord's feet to the fire.
If you rent an apartment, you should be able to live there safely. So this is really also a public health and public safety issue. And so my message to out-of-state landlords is don't make me get involved.
Natalie says she still hears complaints about apartment conditions from her neighbors like sewer leaks and elevator issues, but she's also seen some improvements.
Making sure that they're updating things. I know they went through and painted everything, trying to make sure they're getting maintenance and stuff done.
Now, the remediation plan is expected to include elevator maintenance, improvement to the plumbing system, and even quarterly meetings with the apartment management, town leaders, and the tenants. Your reporter live in Rocky Hill, Amanda Callahan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.